at all our local Teton dealerships.
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy. It takes courage and determination to do hard things. Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Always entertaining and occasionally controversial, the East Idaho Prepcast covers every inch of District 5 and District 6 activities in Idaho.
Just think about this. The Highland Ram cheerleaders won their 14th 5A title in the past 15 seasons. And then they went on to win the national competition in California.
Hosted by Sean Kane, the East Idaho Prepcast features the biggest stories happening in your area. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click Prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing. Or check out each week's episode on the IdahoSports.com YouTube channel, Facebook page, or wherever you download podcasts.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
Dear road rivals, you may have four wheels and a similar build, but our resemblance ends right there. Later, Toyota.
Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
I'm Connor from Idaho Falls. In high school, I started having trouble with my muscles. Playing football, kids half my size were pushing me around. My mom and I spent months traveling the country looking for answers. We finally got one right here at Ermac. I have a rare disease that causes my cells to lose energy. After 2 years of using a wheelchair, the therapists at Ermac taught me how to walk again. Now I can do the things that I enjoy and live the life I want. That's why I say, take me to Ermac.
Make the memories of this game last a lifetime. By downloading the digital game file of this contest, you can have your own personal copy of this game forever. These make great gifts for the student athletes involved. Just click the Order Now button for more details.
Yeah, I know a little something about myths. Like the myth that speeding isn't dangerous. Oh, and that myth you can tailgate at a safe distance. Or that you could safely weave in and out of traffic. Don't be fooled by myths. You'll get yourself into a hairy situation. Stay focused on the road. Be a legend like me. Have you heard the one about Charlie over at Pay Lake?
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
Hello?
I was in an accident.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I had my seatbelt on.
Welcome to this IdahoSports.com game stream production of East Idaho Game Night, presented by Teton Auto Group, and Ermac Pediatrics. Additional coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valleywide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers, and also the Idaho Transportation Department. Tonight, we're coming to you live from Sugar-Salem High School in Sugar City, Idaho, where the Century Diamondbacks have journeyed up the interstate, Highway 20, I guess, interstate and Highway 20, to take on 4A Century, to take on 3A perennial champion Sugar-Salem Diggers. Hi, everyone. Tonight, we're here as your broadcast team. My name's Tim Belknap, along with my good friend and birthday boy, Josh McGauley.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm so excited to be here. Finally, some football.
Because it's your birthday?
Well, yeah, you know. Yeah, exactly.
No, tonight's an exciting night. It's great. Josh, you called it. We have literally the Sugar-Salem Diggers that have captured 4 of the last 5 state titles.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So I think it's safe to say, at least in football, that they own the 3A title.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
If they don't, they have copyright laws on it. And Century, a team that has struggled. This head coach, Ryan Fleshman, has been the head coach at Sugar years ago. Actually, he was the second head coach at Century. Excuse me, not at Sugar. Just after they were created. One of the 3 coaching staff that's been here for the entire 20 years of Century, being in existence. So he knows what he's got, but he also
has 7 kids coming back in a Sugar team that has
everybody coming back
in a crazy.
And that game was a freshman game, wasn't it? Well, Sugar, the only loss I think that I can remember, there's maybe 2 in the last couple. Yeah, by I have no idea how they lost that one. And I think there was was it a Teton game that they lost, or was that in basketball?
I think you're getting basketball.
Must have been basketball. I'm trying to remember because I mean that's hard to remember a game that they did lose. So it's going to be exciting action. Certainly the odds leaning towards the Sugar team having the advantage here, but it is high school football, so anything can happen, Josh. Anything.
Oh yeah, I'm so excited. You know, this Sugar team. You know, we seem to talk about it a lot, but as we should. You know, they're so well coached, so well, created, and I'm sure we'll get into it later that this Sugar team is special. You know, this year, and we're talking about years in the past of, them winning state championship and a Century team that they're looking to change, their history almost.
Literally,
yeah. They're trying to get a winning season going, and this would be a huge win. Huge start to their season.
Well, it's a good way to start. Work out your bugs against a non-conference opponent, but it's an opponent that is amongst the best that you'll face.
Yeah.
Rumors have it that this Sugar team could be the best that they've fielded in years. So they're going to call it a touchback. So they'll bring it out to the 20. The ball touched the Sugar player, and he was a little worried that they were going to charge him with a touchback. A safety, I guess I should say, not a touchback. And you saw him anxiously looking at the officials. That's just the pre-game jitters, the first game jitters, maybe, I guess, not pre-game.
Yeah.
Of the new season. And Sugar takes the ball from the 20-yard line. Their new quarterback, his first time under center as a varsity player, James Chase, goes under center. He's right under center. He's going to take the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to roll around and make a pass out into the flat. It'll be caught. That catch caught by Cash Harris. The Harris name, you and I have called it for years now.
I know, it's crazy to think that I've basically been doing this for almost their whole high school career.
These kids were born, you and I were on the mics in the delivery room. So that'll be a gain of 9 on the play, 2nd and 1 for the Diggers as they come back again under center. Chase goes under center, 2 backs in the backfield. He's going to take the snap. He's going to hand it off. It goes up the middle, and they've got a hole. Big fullback powering through. That looks like that is Carson Harris. And he takes it all the way down. They're probably going to mark. I know, he was one of the few East Idaho backs to make it.
Yeah.
And on that run, you can see why.
He's a powerful kid.
That kid's a tank. Now taking an end around. They're going to hand it off. Looks like they're going to hand off to Tate Cutler. Cutler makes a great run. He's going to pick up a gain of about 4.
Yeah.
If you're Sugar, you're like, okay, that's a good way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what? Trying to see who's on that tackle. You know, they just never turn so that you can see. Looks like that was again, at least involved in it again, Ruben Guerrero for the Diamondbacks. That three-man front, quickly at nominal gains. Chase again under center. He's going to roll around exactly how they want it to go tonight.
Yeah, Century, the senior Jake Rawlings was the first one there, and he tried to just, hit stick him, but you got to wrap him up. You can't hit stick him up high and expect him to fall down.
Hit sticking works in practice.
Or video games. Yeah, exactly.
That's good. That's good. I like that. So Sugar now almost to midfield as Chase comes up, looks over the defense, and he's going to go under center now, telling his center who to block so he doesn't get hurt. He'll take the snap. He's going to hand it off again. Oh, they're going to have the quick double handoff, and it comes back this way. That is a handoff reverse coming to Cash Harris, and Harris brings it down for another first down. Gain of 12 on the play.
Yeah, I love that play. They've been running that same play like I'm going to say 4 times now off to the left with Tate, but just to hand it off, it was beautiful.
Well executed. The offensive coordinator for Sugar knows what he's doing. He's been watching that. He's been setting it up by those Cutler runs. So everybody collapsed to that side, and Harris got the play, and he picked up those 12. And if you can get 12 yards on a carry, take it every time. Chase under center again. 2 backs in the backfield. They're going to hand it off. Looks like it's Harris that's going to get that. He'll pick up not quite the first down, but awfully darn close. He's probably 9 3/4 yards.
Yeah. That's a very specific spot by the ref. I love it.
That was Carson Harris. These Harrises. Now, here we are, folks, at the end of the first quarter, 7-0 Diggers. We're going to fade away to some commercial sponsors. We'll be back in just a moment.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Welcome back to the second quarter of East Idaho game night between the Sugar-Salem Diggers and the Century Diamondbacks. A great game. It's 7-0 Sugar, but Century showing some offensive power. They didn't score, but they're moving it till the penalties got in the way. So we can see some good things, I think, maybe if they can get those penalties under control.
Oh, yeah. Century, their coaching staff has got to be excited. They were moving this ball. They have the momentum. Just a couple of mistakes, which are expected for both sides, for a lot of these football teams this weekend. But when they come out, I'm expecting to see what kind of changes they are, or see if they maybe not even change anything. What they were doing was working just fine.
Just don't have penalties.
It's just the penalties, But those are always going to be a thing this whole season, especially, like we said, week 1 or week 0.
Well, you got to remember, inexperienced team.
Yes, exactly.
Majority of these Century players, this is their first varsity snap. Hey, folks, before we start action, we just want to recognize our power boosters for tonight's game. For the Century Diamondbacks, they include the Teton Auto Group, Mountain View Event Center, and the Portneuf Health Partners. And for Sugar City Diggers, it's Pro Pete Fertilizer, Upper Valley Orthopedics, Pocock Trucking, Flam Funeral Home, Crapo Trucking, Grand Peaks Affordable Quality Healthcare, and Sun Glow of Idaho. Thanks to those power boosters for helping us bring you this game. All right, Sugar back under center. Chase dropping back. He's going to throw it out. Left side of the field, connects, and the pass is going to be brought down by, that's Ammon Lee, and Lee just carved his way, juking back and forth. Oh, the way down. I think they're going to mark it about the 13. Oh, no, they're bringing it back. Did he step out of bounds? He must have stepped out of bounds, and I missed that. They put it at the 18-yard line, but that's 1st and 10 for the Diggers in Diamondback territory. And with the Diggers, this is one play away from a touchdown. They certainly have picked up consistently 12 to 15 yards of play. So Chase goes back under center. He's looking how deep they're running those safeties. Takes the snap. He's going to hand the quick handoff right up the middle, and Harris takes it right into the end zone. Touchdown, Carson Harris. And that was a great fake. Chase faked it to the first back through on a quick pitch, or quick handoff, and then faked it to the fullback coming in behind him. And Harris was already 6 yards up the field by the time anybody realized he actually had the ball and not the fullback.
Yeah, he was untouched to the end zone.
Yeah, it was just a jog for him, which now the Diggers 13-0 with their kicker in, Pedersen, to set up for the extra point kick. Well, that's a good way to start the second quarter if you're Sugar City. Not so good if you're the Diamondbacks. Kick is up. It looks like it's going to be good, and it is. So the second points of the night for Pedersen, and the Diggers go up over the Diamondbacks, 14-0 with 11 minutes and 24 seconds left in the second quarter. Josh, now what do we do?
I know, yeah. We're this Century team, this young Century team is expecting to come out and have this second quarter. It's basically it's starting over for them.
Well, they've got to do it that way.
So I'm going to thank some of our sponsors here. Taylor Chevrolet is proud to support Sugar-Salem Athletics. Taylor Chevrolet has been serving the Upper Valley for over 90 years with excellent service and stellar sales team. Taylor Chevrolet is the home of oil changes for life. For life.
For life.
That's right. Buy any new or
For you, that's a long time. For me, that's not very long.
Buy any new or used vehicle and never worry about your oil again. Taylor Chevrolet is your Southeast Idaho auto leader. The wide selection of Chevrolet and Cadillac models. Come in today and get the vehicle you want with oil changes for life. Stop by their Rexburg location or visit their website at www.taylorchev.com.
Sweet. I want the Cadillac.
You
nice,
do seem like a nice
ride.
Yeah, you do seem like a nice Cadillac type of guy.
Actually, I'd rather have the Chevy pickup, to be honest with you. And so, if Taylor Chevrolet, if you're listening, you want me to drive one for you as promo, happy to do so.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll do it both, free of charge.
Yeah, well, we're magnanimous that way.
Yes.
All right, Sugar getting ready to kick off here. And Rollins and Jenkins back for the Diamondbacks. It's going to be kicked to Rollins. Rollins makes the catch at about the 6-yard line, past the 20, but he's going to go down about the 22. He takes a knee. I think he just kind of tripped trying to dodge the onslaught of the Diggers coming at him and went down right there. So at about the 22, it looks like they're going to mark it a 1st and 10 for the Diamondbacks. And we are at the point in this game where the Diamondbacks have got to put together a drive and get some points on the board to stay in this. They don't have to, you don't want to put themselves in a position where in the fourth quarter they're trying to make up 40 points.
Yes, especially against this Sugar team that's known for scoring a lot.
All right, handoff caught in the backfield. I can't see who the ball carrier is, but he didn't get anywhere. 22 for Diamondbacks. That's Griffin Eversole. And literally nothing there. Crabtree handed off to him, and he was caught. And I think he fell forward. They're going to give him line of scrimmage. And I don't think he got it.
So very generous.
That was generous, and if you're Diamondback, be grateful. Side up, 2nd and 10. Crabtree still out of the shotgun, one back in the backfield. That's Eversole. And he's looking over the defense. He's not going to audibilize. He's going to hand it off again to Eversole. Eversole takes the same slant and the same result. Oh, no, they're going to give him a yard. I take it back. Not the same result, but not enough. That's interesting. They made that same play. They're seeing something in that defensive line that they think they can capitalize on.
Well, they're trying to set up probably some kind of play action, but for a play action to work, you got to get yards.
Yeah.
You got to start at least getting 5-7 yards at a time. But this Sugar defensive line, they're big boys, so they're gonna stop everything. Those inside zones are gonna work.
Well, it's not their first rodeo. These are boys with lots of years' experience at football. Sugar, a tradition here. So Crabtree now with a long 3rd down, 3rd and 9. He's got to look. He's going to give it again. They're going to do the quick pass, reverse, and it is not confusing anybody. Literally, as Caden Scott takes the handoff from Eversole and tries to go up the middle, and it doesn't work good at all. So he does. Well, I don't say we're good at all. He picked up 4 yards. But it'll set up a punt now. Sorry, I'm trying to check, make sure that our Wi-Fi is working. Always one of those 1,001 things you got to pay attention to, right? And we're good. Okay. We want to make sure this game's coming to you. That's 3 things we're watching to make sure the stream's going. All right, Century with not a great kick. It's going to roll out of bounds, short of even the 50-yard line. So they didn't have Crabtree kick on that one. And I think they're probably not happy with it because they sent in, it's like Ben Clifford to kick. Clifford, a middle linebacker, and I don't know if he shanked it or what, but that was not a good kick. He only picked up about 25 yards.
Yeah, I was watching a college rerun game the other day, and the punter punted about 7 yards.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, and I was like, oh, man.
I think I saw that because I remember saying, yep, scholarship's open.
Oh, man, those are just one of those plays.
That's painful. Very, very painful. All right, the officials stop on a timeout for Sugar. So Sugar's seeing something they didn't want to see. So we'll fade away to a commercial break, and we'll be back in just.
Since 1963, Harold Harris Construction has been a family-owned and operated construction business serving all of the southeast Idaho and western Wyoming. Harold Harris Construction proudly supports Sugar-Salem Athletics and wishes the boys good luck. Go Diggers.
Harris Construction, not only do they put out fine athletes, but that's a long-term construction company that my father actually knew the founder, Harold.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So great family, a lot of tradition there, and certainly produce fine athletes. All right, we're back in action as Sugar now at the line, and Chase not under center. He goes into the shotgun, takes the snap, a quick pass out to Lee, and he makes the catch, but he's going to be brought down with a gain of about 7 on the play.
Yeah, I like that. So just a quick screen over to that left-hand side or to this near sideline, and it was just a beautiful setup play and good athletic moves right there just to get 10 yards.
Oh, they gave him 9 yards.
9 yards.
Short. Bentley Guntler, the cornerback, coming up and making that play, and that was a good play because Lee has been dodging those cornerbacks. All right, Sugar now again going out of the shotgun. Interesting, they didn't at all in the first quarter. And Chase takes the ball with his speed. He picks up some yards. He's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Sugar. You know what, Josh? You're a genius. They set up that play on that last play with that quick pass over on the left flat to Lee, who picked up a first down off of it. But that opened up that they were cheating on this side of the field on that play with Lee again on this side. Opened up beautifully for a guy with Chase's wheels.
Chase is so fast,
goodness.
quick. He just absolutely destroyed the defense right there, just outran every single person.
And you know what I like the best is you look at, we're watching the replay here, but as you watch this, the receivers were downfield blocking.
Yeah.
You know, the receivers don't always do that.
And I don't think he got touched.
He didn't.
For 45 yards.
He didn't. All right, the kick is up and good. Pedersen again picking up his 3rd PAT of the night. So he's staying in the scoring categories really well. And a 21-0 lead for the Sugar-Salem Diggers over the Century Diamondbacks. That was painful for the Diamondbacks to see that just eat them up like that, but impressive. Impressive. Go ahead, Josh.
Primetime Auctions is a proud supporter of our local high school athletics and wants to wish everyone a fun and safe season. Primetime Auctions is the best place to bid online for anything you can think of: vehicles, equipment, estate, antiques, and even real estate. Do you think they got any dollar real estate out there on Primetime Auctions? That's about all I can afford right now for real estate.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Okay, we'll try again next.
Well, I know cemeteries are a little bigger than a little smaller plot, and they're like $600. So I don't think you're gonna have any help.
Oh boy.
All right, Sugar getting ready to kick off their third scoring event of the evening, and the Diamondbacks desperately needing to just shake off the cobwebs and get their offense going. They've got the ability. We've seen them run some plays. We've seen some athleticism, so we know they can. It's if they just keep their head in the game and don't get too discouraged by what's been happening with the score. Kick is up. It's good. It's going to go to Jenkins. Jenkins trying to catch up to it. Oh, he should have let that go, and they're going to say he was. Oh, my goodness. He picked it up when it was going into the end zone. The official indicated a touchback, and then the other official, who was closer, waved it as a live ball. Jenkins brought it out to the 6-yard line where he was collapsed. Not sure. That was first game experience of inexperienced point.
Pick it up and run with it, which, he's got to make a quick decision, and that's one of those inexperienced decisions.
I think he lost where he was on the field, honestly, because that went by him on a weird bounce, and he didn't think that was going to happen. So with a short field, Crabtree takes the ball, he keeps it, and he's going to be sacked for a loss. They're going to get into the backfield, and Dawson McAnally
and Carson
Harris.
Yes.
Both of them into the backfield. Thanks for picking up that secondary tackler.
Being introduced to Sugar-Salem football a couple years ago, 3 years ago, Carson Harris was the first person that was like, whoa, because he was a middle linebacker. Yeah. I want to say he had about 2 or 3 picks the game I did a couple years ago. And
I think I had that game with you because I remember him having tons of picks.
Just incredible, and now him being, one of the best running backs and not only best middle linebacker.
Well, he's definitely got the ability to play at the next level. It's just if he gets the opportunity. Crabtree now setting up out of the shotgun on the goal line, so he's got to get rid of that ball quick, and he knows it. He's going to make the throw out. He's got a receiver. He's going to make the catch. And they get some breathing room as he makes the throw to Jake Rawlings. And Rawlings brings it in, and they'll bring him down at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10, Diamondbacks.
That's that throw I was talking about earlier with that safety over top and trying to basically fit that into the zone, and what a beautiful throw.
Oh, and that literally right over his shoulder.
Just so gorgeous.
So beautiful. Crabtree got a good arm. I can see why he's at quarterback. That was perfectly thrown, and Rawlings just took it and did what he's supposed to do after he makes the catch, take another couple yards. They're going to hand it off, try to run that off-tackle left side play with Gunter, and there was really nothing there. I think they're going to lose a yard on the play. That defensive line, I think they're crazy on a straight-up play. They do lose a yard. I think it's a crazy thought process to try and run that right at an off-tackle.
Yeah.
Take those edges, get those edges, open it up so your tackles may be cheating down, and then try that middle, because that's a tough 4 line right there for Sugar. Look at it.
Yeah, right now I just want to see them throw the ball. That seemed to me the most successful thing they've had all night.
Well, they're getting it right now. They got 5 receivers downfield. They make the throw. Gunter makes the catch. He's going to pick up the first down, and a couple of extra beyond that as he takes it down to midfield, the 50-yard line. You know what? What a great. They sent 4 receivers straight down the field looking like they were going for a Hail Mary, and then Gunter just came down and did almost a button hook right here in the flat.
Yeah.
Made the catch because everybody else was downfield.
Yeah, now for Century, I just want to see them throw the ball. Basically do like a reverse play action type deal where they're getting used to throwing the ball, and then let's run it after that.
Yeah, well, I think that's the wise thing to do. Get the defense for Sugar used to coming in on a rush, try to break up the pass, and then do a play action run up the gut. You get them. That's why I'm up on the mic, folks. Coaching career didn't last very long. All right, Crabtree's going to set up with one back. I think it's Gunter in the backfield. No, it's not Gunter, but he makes a quick pass over to the left side of the field. He makes the catch, but he spent more time dancing trying to avoid the Sugar Diggers than he made forward progress, so he's just back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, too many dance moves. He should have just he could have gotten 3 yards, 4 yards there, just something on first down, right?
Absolutely, exactly my thought process. You hate to criticize an athlete. I think that was, again, what we would put down as probably a decision based on junior varsity experience.
Yeah, next week he'll notice that after film tape, and he'll lean forward a little bit more instead of doing dancing.
3 yards is 3 yards. That's that much more you don't have to make up. All right, Crabtree, again, one back in the backfield. One lone receiver to the short field, two to the top, long field. He's going to take the snap. He's going to make the throw to Rollins, and Rollins will not bring it in as he was well defended by Bosco. Josiah Bosco over here on this side of the corner. And they didn't call a flag, so he wasn't there early. But, boy, he was trying to make the catch with his arms around the receiver. That receiver was Rawlings, and he did a valiant effort to try to bring that in. But when you got another set of arms in your hands and somebody trying to take you down, it's tough to remember you got to catch the ball too. Going to have a timeout on the field as Century is going to call a timeout. So we're going to fade away to some commercial sponsors. Grateful for those folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
I'm Connor from Idaho Falls. In high school, I started having trouble with my muscles. Playing football, kids half my size were pushing me around. My mom and I spent months traveling the country looking for answers. We finally got one right here at Ermac. I have a rare disease that causes my cells to lose energy. After 2 years of using a wheelchair, the therapists at Ermac taught me how to walk again. Now I can do the things that I enjoy and live the life I want. That's why I say, take me to Ermac.
Welcome back to Sugar-Salem High School for East Idaho Game Night here on IdahoSports.com. I'm Tim Belknap along with Josh McGoey. We're enjoying some great high school football. It's that season again.
Oh, beautiful nights and everything.
It really is a gorgeous night looking out over these farm fields. And the cheerleaders doing the hula dance down here. This is high school sports, folks. The student body is trying to see if they can get the hula hoops over the cheerleaders. And they did. So what do you know? Maybe some of these kids in the stands should be out on the field. All right, we're going to go back to action live as Century now really needing some yardage as they face a 3rd and 10. Crabtree out of the shotgun, no backs in the backfield. He's looking to take that himself. He gets up the middle. He'll probably pick up 6 yards. Not enough, but maybe in the vicinity that they'll try and go for it. They do give him 6 yards. You know, he had that small hesitation. I think if he'd have just taken it and run, he might have picked up a little more, allowed Sugar to kind of identify that he was going to keep it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they do here on 4th down because they've had some success on slants. Their outside receivers going in. But I want to see what they do here. Maybe set up a screen. Maybe even a tight end. Let's see a tight end screen. I'm going to call it here.
I don't think so, Josh.
Let's see it.
I think they're going to go with that slant. That's been really their success.
They're going to screen to the slot receiver here.
Right. Let's see. Coach McGully here making the call. If he's right, folks, we're going to give him the big contract. 2 more pennies this year. They do look. They're looking for a receiver deep downfield, and they throw short. But a flag flies. I think that's going to be a pass interference as Cutler, I think, held him a little bit.
I almost had it. They faked the screen, and they went to the route down the field.
They faked you out, Coach.
Exactly why I'm up here.
Well, Josh is getting his teeth broken into the coaching world on the 10-year-old team. Yeah. So yeah, things adjust a little bit to high school. And they are going to call pass interference against Sugar, which is a big boon. Oh, a holding. They didn't call a pass interference. They called a hold, so it's just be 10 yards, but certainly enough for the first down. But 10 yards is better than 20, or 15, excuse me, for the pass interference. So 1st and 10 at the 34 for the Diamondbacks, their best position of the night here. So they're trying to get things going. They're having some successes. One back in the backfield as Crabtree out of the shotgun takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. Again, Eversole, he tries to bounce off. He's going to get a corner around the side. Ooh. Oh, what a hit. He goes out of bounds after being just smacked by Cutler. It was Tate Cutler. He drilled him. Griffin Eversole on the carry. Heads-up play by Eversole as he tried to take that off guard, right between guard and tackle on the left side. Nothing there, and he bounced out of the side. He ran for about 20 yards, but only picked up one.
Yeah, well, we had the first big missed call of the season.
Yeah,
there was a
late hit.
No, not a late hit. It was a holding.
Oh, was it?
On Century's left tackle. Pretty obvious one.
That hit was, Cutler's hit I think was clean, but I thought I saw a hit after he went out of bounds from Cutler, but it could just be that he was rocked by that hit. It's all right. Crabtree again with the catch. He's going to look. He looks. There's nothing there, and he's going to be brought down. That's number 66. Look him up. Ryan Bingham. And Caden Dowling helping him, so really got back to the line of scrimmage, and that was about it. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 10. Sugar felt good about that because they literally just picked up this 225, 6'7" guy and thumped him back on the ground. I think he was looking over here to see if he got his what is it, Worldwide Wrestling?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got his big belt.
Yeah.
All right, again, Eversole in the backfield, standing next to Crabtree in the shotgun. 2 receivers top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Crabtree takes the snap. You know he's looking for the throw. Not there, collapses. He goes down again. And again, guess who's there? It's Ryan Bingham, and he'll get credited for that sack. A couple of other players. Number 3?
That's number 3 for his 3rd sack right now.
3rd sack? Wow, he's having a heck of a night. You got to love that. Bingham, 3 sacks, and on that play, a loss of 5. Somebody needs to tell the down marker that he's moved back 5 yards.
I think there was did we miss a flag?
No, that's where he went down, wasn't it?
Oh, it is, okay. I thought I saw a flag on the field.
I was just looking. I was trying to see what I could see on the field. I didn't see one. But that sets up a 4th and long. They look like they're going for it, Josh.
They got to.
Yeah, I don't know if they 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the first half. I guess you're probably right. Nope, motion.
Timeout?
Timeout. Yeah, they called timeout. Boy. Coach saw something he didn't want to have happen. So
4th down, so they might be trying to punt here, maybe see if they can draw somebody off sides.
Well, apparently they forgot to tell the center and the quarterback as they were running the play. So with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the first half of this play, or this game, it's Sugar-Salem. I always get that messed up. Sugar-Salem Diggers 21, Century Diamondbacks 0. Century, for the first time in this game, in the Diggers territory, but a long 4th and 15 faced with. And I was thinking you don't give Sugar time to make a score, but you're right. I think you got to get a shot. Got to take a shot.
Well, as we said all game, they're young, inexperienced. This is a really big, for the coaches to see what they got out there. And it's a big play, 4th and 16, but still, you get your players out there, get some confidence, get some plays under their belt, and see what they got. Especially against a really good Sugar-Salem team. And
I've got you doing it now.
I know,
sorry, buddy.
I've seen this team for a long time, and I still do it.
You live here too.
Yeah.
Well, I think if you're Coach Ryan Fleshman over there, he's saying, okay, guys, line, I need you to block.
Yeah.
Okay? Show me that you can block. We're going to send our punting team in, give him enough time to hang one up there so that maybe we can cause some commotion and recover.
The punt he had last time would be perfect here.
But you know what's a different kicker?
Is it?
Yeah. Daniel McGee kicking. A nice punt. Hang time is great. And I think Sugar's just going to stay away from it and say, we're not going to give you a chance to do anything with it. And the ball's going to roll down about the 9-yard line.
Yeah, not bad right there.
Pretty good punt for a
really
high school. Really. McGee, good job. Did his job. Got one job, you did it. So Sugar will take over 2 minutes and 40 seconds. That took 10 seconds off the clock. And plenty of time for Sugar to take in and make another score and be very comfortable going into halftime. And if you're Century, that's the last thing you want to have happen.
Yeah.
In fact, with the ball where it is, you're going to try to disrupt it enough that you can cause a fumble or pick off the pass, something like that. And those are things that don't happen often with Sugar.
Yeah.
It's what you want, but you just don't see it very often. All right, Chase is coming back under center for this series. He's there, he's looking, he's going to hand it off right up the middle. They'll pick up a yard or two. I think they're playing it safe right now. They hand it off to Dawson McAnally. And he picks up 3 yards, 4? I think it's 4 yards. Pretty safe call.
Yeah.
Pick up 4 yards, it's a carry. You're going to eat the clock, keep the clock going. Smart move by Sugar. And Century's got to really, I don't know how you don't blitz at this point in time. Am I wrong?
They've been trying.
Have they?
Yeah.
I'm paying attention to the play, so I got to look. Their linebackers are coming in. They're really not blitzing. Chase back. He makes a long throw about 4 yards above his receiver. A receiver in double coverage, so probably a safer bet to throw it long than to try to place it over his shoulder with that many defenders.
Yeah, you don't see them taking a deep shot, too often. And it's like to see Chase's arm. He's got a great arm.
Well,
beautiful
yeah.
throw. He's trying to throw into double coverage, give his guys a shot to throw or go up there and get it. But
what's the second deep pass he's made, and it's the second time he's overthrown his receiver by about 5 yards. So he obviously has some bionics in that arm. Not only is he a big guy, he's got the ability to throw. All right, Sugar now going to go out of the shotgun and give Chase some time to look. He looks, he throws it out of bounds. Not like him, as he was looking to get it in the hands of Ammon Lee. I don't know if that just got out of his control.
No, I think there was a miscommunication on the route. He was
I don't know any route that goes into the
his
out
receiver.
of bounds.
He thought his receiver was going to go a short out, but he went up instead. So
okay, makes sense. All right, well, we're going to have a fourth down, a rare fourth down here for the Sugar team. Josh and I cheating. We're watching the replay, and you're exactly right. His receiver downfield was wide open. What? Josh, hey, you redeemed yourself. All right, Sugar will bring their punter in, and they'll kick it away to just make it safe. Ball comes back. I'm trying to see who their punter is. I think that's always hard to see. It's number 17. So kicking up, McAnally gets the kick, a nice kick with a great Sugar roll. It's going to roll clear down to the 24-yard line. Holy cow. He kicked that from about the, I'm going to say the 5-yard line.
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
And kicked, the net result of that play clear down to the 24-yard line. So I was thinking they were going to put it up in the air, hang time, make sure they had control. He said, blast that. I'm going to just bust it past their coverage. So Century with 1:42 left in the first half. Clear back down on their own 24. They got a lot of yards to go to try and get in that end zone before halftime. Crabtree looking things over. One back, Eversole in the backfield. Crabtree looking. He's looking at the motion man, and he hands it off to the motion man who doesn't have anywhere to go. Oh, Carson Harris just drilled him. That dude's a beast. He looked like the Hulk coming out of there. He just drilled him. He came in at full speed as Caden Scott had the ball, was looking to try and find a hole. He kind of stopped his motion and went to look, and all he saw was Harris running him over. So a loss of 4 on the play, second down and long. long. If you're a Diamondback, you got to really hope and pray that they're seeing something that they can make adjustments on at halftime and not have this become a game they have no chance in. Crabtree's looking. He's trying to see what's going on. He drops back. He's looking over his left side. He makes a throw. He's got a receiver, but it bounces away from him. He should have had that. He threw it a little short. I think that was Rawlings over there. Rawlings had to come back for the ball, and that's never good for your receiver coming back.
Crabtree is really uncomfortable in the pocket. He wants to run, but he's overthinking a lot of things. He had a lot of room in that pocket. But if he had just, sat back and relaxed a little bit, he could find his receiver coming across the middle. He's just...
Yeah, he threw that off his back foot, scrambling for his life. And I think that he's been hit a couple of times, and he doesn't want to get hit again.
Makes sense.
All right, third and long, third and about 15 from 14, I guess. Crabtree makes the fake. He makes the throw. Not even close. Goes over the head of Bentley Gunter, who was his motion man coming across the slant, and way over his head. I think Crabtree's a good quarterback. I think he's got some excitement. He's trying to figure out how to do it all at once. And he just needs to relax and say, I know I'm a good athlete. We've proven that.
Nope.
So do your thing. Instead, with 41 seconds to go, Diamondbacks with their punting crew in. They're going to kick it again. And again, I think it's McGee. Looks like McGee is in kicking for them. I think that's who kicked last time, wasn't it?
I believe, yes, it was.
Yeah, I think it was. He gets the snap, kicks up. Oh, it gets blocked! The Diamondbacks get blocked. Sugar picks it up. They take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Sugar! Holy cow, I don't see who made the block, but the guy picking it up and taking it into the end zone is Ben Aldridge. We're going to watch the replay here to see who did that, because they were in the backfield about as quick as the ball was. It's like no one even touched him, Josh. And you know what?
Oh,
literally, they didn't. Bingham?
Ryan.
Brian Bingham makes the block. So Bingham making his presence known in this game. First half, all Ryan Bingham on defense. And Aldrich, I'm sure, is grateful. He'll take him out for milkshakes because he just got him into the scoreboard. His first fumble recovery or I guess block kick recovery of this year, and he gets 6 points off of it. So Pedersen in for the extra point kick. Snap is made. The kick is up. It's good. And it's now 28-0. Sugar-Salem Diggers up over the Century Diamondbacks with 35 seconds left to go in this game. So far, it's been all Sugar. And if you're a Diamondback fan, that's not what you want to hear. Certainly for this crowd here tonight, they're all smiles because football season's back. And, everybody's in shorts and shirts and hot dogs and sodas. It's how it should be. Yeah. Football in East Idaho.
It's one of the best communities here, especially when it comes to high school sports.
Well, a long tradition.
Oh, yeah.
Holy cow. I remember when I was coaching my son's football team when he was in 8th grade. And you hated to come to Sugar. Absolutely hated, because they always had a strong team. Always. And that hasn't changed any. They got kids your size playing, Josh.
Yeah. Big old farm boys. That's what they are.
Well, that work ethic of knowing how to work, because you've done it out on the farm. The community I grew up in, that's how they did it. I knew how to move pipe when I was 11. Milking cows at 6.
Yep.
If you didn't drive a spud truck, then you worked on a cellar crew or a combine crew. You did it.
I was earlier this week. I grew up in South Carolina, where, a little bit more different growing up. Teenagers,
Certainly.
were, partying and doing all that jazz. But out here in Idaho, teenagers are, they're working.
Century takes the snap or the kick off and are returning it back to get just over midfield. Great return by Bentley Gunter. He's got some wheels. Did you see him kick that in gear?
Yeah, Bentley. Yeah, he saw his hole and he hit it. That was a great return from him.
If he could have made one more cut, he might have got back in. That would have been a fun way to get them back into this game before halftime. So with 25 seconds left to go and a position at midfield, where do they mark it? A little past midfield. They're going to mark him down at the 47-yard line of Sugar-Side. So great return. He took that at about the 10.
Oh, yeah.
And brought it all the way back. Some great wheels. Bentley Gunter, good job. 25 seconds left to go here in the game, or the first half, not the game. Shoot. Everything seems like the game for me. All right, Crabtree out of the shotgun. He's going to look. His man goes in motion. He's got all receivers downfield. He's going to look for his shot. He does. He's got a receiver, but he throws out of bounds, and it's not going to be any good. He was looking for Ashton Jenkins. Leaving with just under 20 seconds to go. They're just going to look at 4 quick shots, aren't they?
Probably.
This time left, about all you can do. I'd like to see, I think Crabtree has got enough of an arm. I'd like to see them just try to go for all of it on one shot. Turn 3 receivers deep and see which one's in single coverage.
Yeah, I'd like to see it take a shot to Bentley down here, bottom of the screen.
Well,
he just had that big
down
play.
here too. Yeah, Bentley Gunter, yeah. He's got the wheels. He's running from the slot receiver right now. They're not even looking at him. That's part of the problem. They just threw into that slant, which had double coverage. And did you see over here? We've got Jake Rawlings, who had nobody on him at a 10-yard button hook, really. He'd hadn't had that play. He'd probably picked up another 5. As it is, it's now 3rd down and 10. At least they would have had a first down.
Yeah, I think
Sugar's
realizing that he's really only throwing to his left-handed side.
Interesting, because and he is. If you watch his eyes, when he takes that snap, he's just looking left. He's got to turn his body or something. Give it handoff to Eversole. Eversole just makes it to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He's brought down by Ben Aldrich. Aldrich filling his oats. He's now scored. He's got his tackle. And I think that's going to be the end of the first quarter. They're going to let the clock wind down, and they do. That's the end of the first half of play here at Sugar-Salem High School. And the score, 28-0 Sugar. We're going to fade away to some commercial sponsors, and we'll try to see if we can get some halftime stats, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Make the memories of this game last a lifetime. By downloading the digital game file of this contest, you can have your own personal copy of this game forever. These make great gifts for the student athletes involved. Just click the Order Now button for more details.
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Always entertaining and occasionally controversial, the East Idaho Prepcast covers every inch of District 5 and District 6 activities in Idaho.
Just think about this. The Highland Ram cheerleaders won their 14th 5A title in the past 15 seasons. And then they went on to win the national competition in California.
Hosted by Sean Kane, the East Idaho Prepcast features the biggest stories happening in your area. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click Prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing. Or check out each week's episode on the IdahoSports.com YouTube channel, Facebook page, or wherever you download podcasts.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
Dear Detour, you asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Well, is Ermac really the best hospital for pediatric care? I mean, aren't all ERs the same?
Not all ERs are the same. Ermac's ER has been delivering high-level clinical care for over 3 decades. As a Level 2 trauma and burn center, Ermac is well equipped to handle pediatric injury and illness. All Ermac ER nurses have higher level pediatric certifications, and that's just not common in all ERs. And this expertise and experience is found only at Ermac.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
Welcome back to Sugar-Salem High School here in Sugar-Salem, Idaho, as we're at halftime between the Sugar-Salem Diggers and the Century Diamondbacks. And thus far, Josh, it's really been all Sugar, as it's 28-0 Sugar-Salem over the Diamondbacks in what's been offensively controlled by yardage. The Diggers, as I was trying to remember. We've been looking at the stats. Josh, you probably got them. You can tell me where we're at.
Yeah, so obviously by the scoreboard, 28-0, there's going to be some stats that are pretty
lean,
pretty lenient on the other. So Sugar, on just 12 rushing attempts, has 143 yards with 3 rushing touchdowns. Their longest rush being 36 yards. Century is the exact opposite. On 18 rushing attempts, they only have 14 rushing yards. So about under a yard a carry, with their longest rush being 11. Passing has been
almost equal.
Almost equal. Sugar's keeping that, 75 yards. They're not really known as a passing offense. They're just a triple offense.
You got backs like Carson Harris, and
why? Exactly. they only throw the ball just to keep it in the back of their opponent's mind. But our throwing attempts, it's 5 out of 7 for 75 yards, 21 yards being the longest for Sugar. Century's thrown 11 times, or 6 out of 11 for 61 yards. Total plays, Century has 29 total plays, with their average gain per play being 2.6 yards. Sugar has 19 plays ran, 218 yards, and 11.5 yards per attempt.
Wow,
or
that's
per
a
play.
huge difference.
Yeah. Turnovers, there's been 3 turnovers. 2 fumbles that have, there's only been 1 turnover.
Yeah, 1 turnover.
But 2 fumbles, none of them were lost. That 1 turnover being a blocked punt that got returned for a touchdown.
Yep. Ben Aldrich got his name in the books.
Yeah, absolutely. Punt returns, not really any big numbers there. Yeah. Kick returns, we had a big kick return for Gunther, for Centric. Yeah.
See, it seemed like it was longer than 18 yards, but they listed it 18.3 yards, but it looked like it was a 30-yard
Oh,
return.
no, it definitely was. They're averaging about 18.
They're average,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So their longest being 48 yards.
Okay, there we go. That just didn't look right.
Time of possession, you ready for this? Sugars has 7 minutes and 40 seconds time of possession, with Century at 16.5 minutes.
Josh, we usually look at that halftime stat and say, you know what? Century's in control of this game.
Yeah.
But it's just the opposite. They've had control of the clock time, but not the scoreboard.
Yeah.
Century trying to get things to work, and Sugar just saying, we don't need very much time. We'll just rack up 28 points.
Yes, exactly. Century has not been in the red zone at all, and Sugar has been in the red zone twice and has scored touchdowns each time. Just stats-wise for you. James Chase has 75 yards on the ground, over in the air, and he has.
Chase did have a run. I don't see him listed there, though. Oh, these are all the Diggers. These are all Diggers.
He has 1 rush for 36 yards and a touchdown. There it is.
Yeah,
right there.
that 1 run. It was so beautiful.
Yeah, he's definitely scored a touchdown. Their leading rusher when it comes to backs is going to be your Carson Harris, your big guy in the back field. He has 4 rushes for 46 yards and 1 touchdown. Chase has a touchdown, and so does Dawson McNeely. He also has a touchdown.
That's a pretty good average. You got Carson Harris with 4 rushes and 45 yards, but his average is 11.5.
Yeah.
And then you got Tate Cutler with 3 rushes and 41 yards.
Yeah.
And 13.7 yards. I mean, if you're a running back, that's a respectable game first half. And Cutler's like, hey, guys, what about me? Yeah. Everybody's talking about Harris. What about me?
Yeah, absolutely. James Chase being the quarterback, the young quarterback, and he's been, he's probably one of their best athletes on the field, and he's only rushed the ball once because why do you need to,
Don't endanger your quarterback.
That's just another weapon that they're keeping, his legs rested and keeping him in the backfield. The best part of these stats, though, is defense. I love defense, and Ryan Bingham has been bringing it all night. He has a total of 4 tackles for loss, 2 sacks. and they're giving him 2 tackles for loss as well. They're also, they didn't put it in here, but 1 blocked punt already. I don't
know where you put that stat on the stats.
But he definitely did it. And that's one of those things that he's making his name for IdahoSports.com Player of the Game. That's one of those things that make you stand out.
Yeah. It's when you have the running game of Carson Harris, I mean, you're probably used to looking at him as IdahoSports Player of the Game. But Ryan Bingham, I haven't watched him. I don't think I've called his name before, but impressing me tonight with his defensive play. Yeah. And both of us kind of shy towards the defense.
And one of the, just shout out to McNeely, Dawson. He had 1 punt for 62 yards. So pretty good.
Yeah. 62 yards for high school?
Pretty stinking good.
Yeah, there's a lot of college players that can't punt.
No, not at all.
We watch him on a weekly basis.
He's probably a soccer player, Dawson. He's also their starting middle linebacker, so not bad.
Now he's starting middle linebacker. He's probably not a soccer player. Maybe he was in his younger years.
Yeah.
So an interesting game. Certainly the stats loaded heavily on the Diggers side as we're just minutes, or actually seconds away from starting our next half. I'm trying to look at the we got no defensive leaders for the Century Diamondbacks. Isn't that good? Gunter's having 3 catches. What's he got?
Yeah, Gunter's has 3 catches. You got Deegan Crabtree, 8 rushes, 0 yards.
Ouch.
You got Griffin Eversole, who's had 5 rushes, 2 yards, and then you had Ethan Rush for 1 yard. Ethan Wilson, that is number 33. Bentley Gunter has been the most exciting player for Century. He has 3 catches for 31 yards. He's also been thrown to 5 times. So look his way a little bit more. Jake Rawlings has had a really good catch, a couple catches. He had that one long on the far side of the field. So they just need to find something to do. I really like this passing attack. Yes, they only have 61 yards, but they've been really efficient. Running is not going to be really an option right now, as we see. They've only rushed for a total of 14 yards. So let's see a little bit more air attack, and then that running game will come in as well. Crabtree, he's young. He can do it. Just give him a little bit more confidence. I'm sure their coaches are talking to them.
Well, he's impressive. I think he's got the athleticism. I'd love to have a 6'7", 225-pound quarterback at the college ranks, right? I mean, that's what they just dream about. And we've seen some athleticism from him. We need to see him look off his left side receiver and throw to the right side. He's really started to migrate towards that left-hand side, and I don't know if that means that they have to send Bentley and Gunter to the right side.
Well, you got to think, too, as a right-handed quarterback, throwing to your left is the most comfortable way to throw.
Well, it's quick. It's quick.
Quick, a little bit quicker.
You don't have to change your stance.
Exactly. And so, for a young quarterback, that he's going to be more comfortable on that side. But, yeah, as it goes on, I want to see him, look more options. Instead of that first and second option to his left, maybe look to his right, because I'm sure his coaches saw that, he had receivers wide open. They're not even, bothering him on that right-hand side.
Yeah, you're exactly correct, Josh. As always, you called it.
I wish my wife said that.
Well,
I know she's listening.
Let's not get carried away.
Oh, okay, you're right.
I mean, you and I both know you married way above.
Oh, man. We all know that.
Yeah, you know what? The only thing is she happy?
Yeah. Oh, well, absolutely.
Josh, a brand new father. Congratulations, Josh. Just
second time, yeah.
Not a brand new, I guess. A brand new addition to the family.
There you
Congratulations,
go. Thank you.
Little girl.
Yeah, little girl.
2 weeks
Stella.
ago.
Yeah, beautiful baby girl. Very healthy. And the best thing, though, she loves to sleep. So
I bet your wife likes that, too.
Yeah, she wakes up every, probably 2 or 3 times a night. She's been incredible at night. We've been blessed. Truly have been.
Well, I hope it continues that way.
Thank you. Yeah.
Older brother adjusting well?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yep. Big brother's adjusting well, and I'm hoping to get her out to a football game. We'll see, though.
Yeah, she's 2 weeks old. Let's give her another week.
Give her a couple more weeks,
Next week's the Rocky Mountain Rumble.
We'll go hide her away from people.
The reason we say that is Josh's sweet wife and son have followed us to some interesting places as we've done our broadcast career. We won't mention names and aren't advertising on this, but interesting restaurants.
Yes, absolutely. It's been fun. We have
had fun.
We've loved it.
It's been a good time. We're tickled at the opportunities which we get to be here with you each and every week on a broadcast. And this week, an exciting game here as Sugar looking like they did really at the end of the season last year. It's not like they haven't adjusted anything. And then Century with graduating 23 seniors off of this Century team, and only 7 players who have had any experience, and limited at that. You got to look at it and say this was going to be a learning game, and you know it was going to be a learning game. I guess you don't want to give it up, but you got to know at least you better be learning what the takeaways are from this game. And Sugar, I think, learned that they can still move the ball like they're supposed to. I think they've always been known to. And Century knows they've got to work on their defense to be able to shut down a stout team like this one. But we've seen more of an offensive tendency for them to be able to do if they can just get their timing routes down and moving as they're supposed to. Well, shout out before we start here to our power boosters for tonight's game for the Century Diamondbacks. That's Teton Auto Group, Mountain View Event Center, and Portland Health Partners. And for Sugar-Salem Diggers, it's Pro Pete Fertilizer, Upper Valley Orthodontics, Pocock Trucking. Wow, I said that quick. Flam Funeral Home, Crapo Trucking, Grand Peaks, Affordable Quality Healthcare, and Sun Glow of Idaho. And the second half kickoff is up and good to go as it goes down almost to the goal. And Century, I thought, was unwise to take that. Looks like that's Gunther. Okay, if Gunther's taking that, I trust it. That kid's got some wheels.
Yes,
he took it literally at the goal line. He brought it out to the 22. So 2 yards beyond what he would have gotten out of a touchback. And a chance for Century to come out from halftime, hopefully having made some great adjustments and learning how to pick up their offensive game here as they line up in the back, or the shotgun again, one back in the backfield, 2 receivers up at the top of the screen, 1 in motion coming back across, and they're going to pitch it out to, trying to see who that is, Caden Scott. Scott made a good cut right off of the left side of the tackle. He'll probably pick up 3 yards.
I think they're going to give him 3, yeah.
Yeah, I think they are. It was a good cut. I thought he was going to get caught in the backfield again, but he made a good cut. So good job, Carson. Picked up some positive yardage. All right, 2nd and 7 for the Diamondbacks at their own 25-yard line. They'll again go with double receivers at the top and the bottom of the screen. So I would look for pass play.
Yeah.
Out of this one, out of the shotgun, they make the pass across the middle. They make the catch to Gunter. Boy, Bentley Gunter just impressing me. He brings that in. I think he'll get enough for the first down. They say he does get the first down, so they'll mark it at the 34, maybe the 33-yard line. Enough for the first down. So yeah, good movement of the chains.
Yeah, there's that slant right there for the Century team that they're loving, and good pass from Crabtree. You know, he had to fit it right past that McNeely, that linebacker there. So good find.
Yeah, he was all over Gunter.
Yeah.
And heads up to Gunter. He pulled that pass in, and he went down immediately, but he pulled it in when that's a tough catch with the coverage they had. Oh, look at this diamond formation, and they go the opposite side on a run. I thought they were going pass. They don't get much.
Yeah, McNeely was the first one there.
You see the, looks like that's Griffin Eversole. He kind of was struggling to get up. But who'd you say made the tackle?
McNeely, yeah.
McNeely? Mm-hmm. He's a big dude.
Yeah, he is.
I'm sure
not
Eversole
bad for a punter.
Eversole was like, what just hit me? Because he took a second to get up off the ground. And they're going to go with 2nd down and 9 now. 3 receivers at the top of the screen. They're going to throw it into the flat. They make the pass, connects. They'll pick up probably 3 yards as Sugar collapses quite quickly on that. Again, that is Caden Scott. Caden Scott makes the catch, and he will pick up Gosh, they're going to give him probably 6 yards on that play, Josh.
Yep, exactly.
Nice.
3rd and 4.
Well, that's a great position to be in. They're making some positive yardage, most play. Better than a couple of the first half where they got stood up right at the line of scrimmage on every time they tried to run it. So now they're balancing the running and the passing, and it seems to be working a little bit better. We'll see 3rd and 4 now as he moves with 5 eligible receivers, nobody in the backfield. He's going to keep it, and not a good choice as he's met immediately. Guess who's there? Big 77, Caden Dowling.
Yeah, that was a QB design run the whole way, and
well,
Caden got off his block so fast. And
there was nowhere. Crabtree should have read that a little bit better and said, I'm going to toss it into the sideline, because there's such a potential as that whole pocket just collapsed. Dowling was there, but he wasn't the only one. The whole rest of the defensive line was right on top of him. And that's dangerous when you're 6'7". It's a long ways to fall. Ball can come out or get stripped. So nothing doing on the first down conversion. They'll set up for the punt. There goes another punt. Nice high punt. Not a lot of yards covered, but a good punt. And a Digger's bounce as it comes back 5 yards. Oh, that is not the punt he wanted. Daniel McGee shaking his head a little. He didn't want it to bounce that way. He wanted to bounce the other way.
Yeah, he's had a couple great punts tonight, though.
Yes.
So
I think you can't get every punt.
No.
You can't get every pass. Can't get every run. So you got to look at your punters and say, if you're at 75% on your punts of good punts, good yardage, I'll keep you. At least at high school, their scholarship's safe.
Yeah.
All right, the Diggers setting up, and it looks like Chase going to go out of the shotgun for this first play of the half. He's got one back in the backfield. Harris going to be blocking for him as he looks downfield. He has a receiver. I think he threw the wrong receiver because he had Cutler wide open, and he threw for Riley Williams, and Williams had to come back, but if he'd hit Cutler, Cutler was standing straight up with no coverage.
And I believe the throw was at his feet as well.
Yeah, it was. He had plenty of time. Just it's tough when you're running around the right side of the field. You watch him on that roll. That's hard to get the oomph that you need. But you can see right there that Cutler. We've got the instant replay. Easy for us to say, right? All right, they're going to stay in the shotgun as Chase will take the snap. He's going to give the handoff to Harris. Harris jukes his way out of a tackle. He's going to carry a couple of tacklers down to the 41-yard line. That's a first down. Does Harris ever get less than 10 yards on a carry?
Tonight, no.
Yeah, tonight, no. Good answer, Josh.
Yeah.
Good answer. Well played. It looks like they're going to give him about 10 yards. They pulled back. I thought he got 11. But just, he juked out of tackles. He's just got power behind the run. It's what you like to see if you're an offensive coordinator or a fan, I guess. All right, still out of the back of the shotgun. And now we're going to run with that quarterback keeper. And look at that. Chase takes it down. James Chase has got some wheels as he picks up 12 yards on the carry for another first down. Didn't get the touchdown like the last play, but well executed and a first down.
Yeah, absolutely. What it was a speed option to his right, so he could have pitched it to his right hand man out there, but instead he kept it and gained, 20 yards or so?
Now the ball's down at the 27-yard line, 28-yard line maybe?
Yeah.
And a 1st and 10, so Sugar moving the ball again in this third quarter of play. Just under 7 minutes of action left in the third quarter, and Chase goes now back under center. He's going to hand it right off up the middle. He's going to get a few yards. Not what they wanted is McAnally probably will pick up 4 or 5 yards maybe. I'm going to call it 4 yards. A long 4.
They officially gave him 5.
Did they?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's funny when you got to watch the down marker to see where he goes versus where the official is. How many times in high school ball the official kind of steps back wherever the down marker is, and you're like, who's calling this? Officials certainly, their first game jitters as well out of the year. 2 backs in the backfield going out of the under center. They're going to hand it off to McAnally again. He's going to come around the left side of the field. Not much there. I think he'll get 3 yards. If he could have cut that, turned that up, he'd have picked up some yards. But Century's defense, well played. That defensive end strung them out like he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
They're going to give him 4 yards now, 3rd and 1. Generous with the spot. I'm just watching the replay, and literally they gave him an extra yard where he stepped out of bounds. But, you know, live action stuff to always get the right spot. Under center, Chase will go. He's going to fake the handoff. He rolls around to the right side. He's got a receiver for the first down. Makes the catch. I think that's Lee, Ammon Lee. They ride him out of bounds, but certainly plenty of room for the first down. I want to see where they spot it. It's going to be very close to the 10-yard line. I was trying to see if it's 1st and goal or 1st and 10.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go to his receiver that was going to the end zone, Cash, because he had him wide open.
Oh, he did have him. Oh, my goodness, wide open. That was a touchdown. Well, you know, when you got a lot of receivers that are all wide open, you got to pick and choose, right?
Being nice.
He was going for the first down, which is what he should be doing. But they'll get it down to the 9-yard line, so it's 1st and goal for the Diggers as they're knocking on the door of another score in this 28-0 game. They're going to do the pitch out to Harris. Harris is going to dance into the end zone, I think. He does. He goes through 2 Diamondbacks and powers into the end zone. Harris again for the touchdown. And the fireworks. Carson Harris just making it seem like this is a scrimmage, not a game. And we got a Diamondback down on the field. Oh, that is not good. That looks like that is Colby Valentine. He's holding his, I can't tell, it's his knee, I think, and that's not what you want to see.
No, it's an ankle.
Ankle?
Yeah, he looks like Carson just ran him over and maybe hurt the ankle a little bit.
Probably his pride more than anything. We're gonna fade away for a minute while they tend to the injured Diamondback. We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back to Sugar-Salem High School. Diamondbacks had an injured player on the field. That was indeed Colby Valentine. It looks like he's sprained his ankle, hurt his ankle. They've come and helped him off the field. He looks to be walking a little better as he gets to the sideline. Hopefully he'll be able to walk it off and be back in the game. No long-term injury there, hopefully, for Colby. But the Diggers do get the score and an opportunity to add some more points to the scoreboard as it's 34-0 with the PAT pending. They're going to line that up. Oh, a fumble. And they're not going to get it as the placeholder for the Diggers is number 9. That's Abe Baldwin. Not Alec Baldwin. And he just bobbled it, didn't get the setup in time for the kick and knew he had to do something. He picked it up, and, of course, Century right there. So the PAT no good. We're going to stay at 34-0 in favor of the Diggers over the Diamondbacks with 5 minutes and 49 seconds left to go. Josh, what do you do?
Well, now it's just time to see what your team has if you're Century.
Stop worrying about winning the game?
Yeah, well, you always want to worry about winning the game, but now you just want to see you.
Gunter with the handoff. He actually had a breakaway. I think he was going to come around this right side, and unfortunately got tripped up by the fingernails of one of the Sugar-Salem Diggers and went down. He was a little frustrated because he seen a hole and he wanted to go. So it's going to be really no gain, I think they say on the play. In fact, maybe even a little bit of a loss. As 2nd and 10 now for the Diggers, or excuse me, for the Diamondbacks. Crabtree back to throw. He's got to throw. He throws behind his receiver, and it's going to fall incomplete. I think at this point in time you got to lead your receiver, not have your receiver coming back.
Yeah.
So it's going to set up a 3rd and 10 for the Diamondbacks, and really, Diamondbacks, they got to find. They came out of halftime and they had some good offense, and they got stalled. And this one, neither one of their plays have worked. So this 3rd down has got to be something special. You know, if you're a Diamondback fan, this has got to be frustrating. First game of the season, not what you want to see. But if you're a Digger fan, you're loving what you see. Crabtree going deep. He's got a receiver, and the receiver brings it in. He drops it. Oh, he had that for a big first down, and he just, as he was trying to catch his feet underneath him, he dropped it. It'll go an incomplete pass. But Jake Rawlings, I thought, made a heck of a catch, and then just wasn't able to hang on to it. And that'll bring in 4th down. McGee will come out, practice his punting skills. You know, if you want to be a punter, this is a great team to play for. You get some practice.
Yeah, it was a great throw. It's just a really hard catch. It was a little off to his left, a little behind him, but he did get his hands on the ball.
It's too bad he couldn't have pulled that in, because if he'd have pulled it in with his balance, there was some danger.
Oh, yeah.
So, as it is, Diamondbacks will have to kick it away and give the Diggers another chance to run up the score here. Not what they wanted. McGee pass, he'll take the snap, gets the kick off. Hang time's pretty good. And the Diggers make a fair catch right at midfield. So they'll bring it in there. And McAnally will make the catch, the fair catch at midfield. So you got a 34-0. You're in the 3rd quarter. You wait one more quarter before you start bringing in some of these less experienced players for the Diggers to make sure they get experience just in case down the road?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it's the same thing for Sugar, as I was saying earlier for Century, that they want to see what their team has. You know, yes, they're having a little bit more success here tonight, but they want to see, you know, what the backup running back, you know, not obviously we see what Harris can do. You know, Carson's been incredible, but you know what
Cutler's been really good too, though.
Yeah.
You got to remember.
Absolutely.
All right, Sugar now running up under center, 2 backs in the backfield. They're going to hand it off. I think that's Cutler. They're going to hand it off. Cutler met about the line of scrimmage and brought down, so he'll pick up a yard. Didn't see who the tackle was. Looks like the tackler for the Diamondbacks was Carter Ward. He'll get the tackle. Yard gain for Cutler. Not what he wanted, but you know, a play that you don't want to run again. All right, Sugar with 2nd and 9. The one thing, I wish we had some lights in here, Josh. Let's see what we're doing, right? Press box with no lights up here, but certainly keeping us out of the wind, so that's nice. The quick handoff up the middle to Harris, and Harris does not waste any time. In fact, he's upset that he only picked up 12 yards on the carry. He was 1/2 step away from breaking it for another touchdown and didn't get the break. They brought him down, tripped him up.
Yeah, that was a great just ankle tackle, really.
Yeah. They didn't tackle him. They tripped him up. And that's why he was mad. He was like, I could smell the grass in the end zone. So 1st down for the Diggers at the we're going to call it the 39-yard line, looks like. And again, 2 backs in the backfield. Chase under center. He's going to roll around the right side looking for a receiver. He throws. He's got one wide open. I think that's McAnally.
Yeah.
Right about the chain. Yeah, I think he's going to be enough for a 1st down. Looks like it. Yeah, now they say it is a 1st down, so McAnally will. Wait a minute.
There it is.
Yeah. Like the one official said it was a 1st, and the other said, no, stay here. So they do call it a 1st down. So a great 10-yard play for the Diggers. Chase rolled around and connected with McAnally, 10 yards right at the 1st down. That's how you want the play to go, 10 yards. You're always going to get a 1st down at 10 yards. The whistle's on the play.
It's official timeout.
Changing the ball. Okay. It's like official timeout means there's an equipment failure, an injured player, or ball change out. It's a ball change out. All right, the Diggers moving the ball here in the late third quarter. 2 minutes and 40 seconds to go. Chase is going to hand it off right up the middle. I think that was Cutler, wasn't it? I can't tell who the handoff was to. Nope, that's Harris. Yep, that's Harris. Harris will power forward for a gain of 5. Carson Harris, just Mr. Dependable on the carries tonight. It's got to feel good.
Yeah, it's probably one of his shortest carries tonight.
It is, and look what's going on. They're bringing him out for breather. We know you're working hard. It's all right. Which is smart. That means you got a good depth of your running backs. You don't have to count on him all the time. So I want to see who they got in there now. The McAnally in the backfield or Cutler?
Number 10, I believe.
Cutler was the other one. That's the one I was thinking. They gave it up the middle. First back out of the backfield. 10, you're right, number 10. Samuel Gonzalez. First time we've called Gonzalez's name tonight, but man, look at that. He powered, picked up the 6 yards, 7 yards, first down. Ball's at the 17, 1st and 10. You got to love that. You bring in your backup running back, and he picks up 7 yards.
Bad, huh? This means that your offensive line is doing something.
Yeah, good point, good point. And, you know, you get a guy who can push forward. Best running backs are the one that run right up the back of the guy in front blocking. All right, now out of the shotgun, Chase will set up. He's looking to run that ball, and he does. He keeps it, and he's going to, almost broke it. They grabbed the jersey. Heads up play by the Diamondbacks as Carter Ward was able to get a hold of Chase's jersey, or he was gone. As it is, he takes the ball down to the 6-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Diggers. Under a minute to play, 50 seconds counting, as the Diggers are just going to let the clock run, probably try to get one play out of the quarter. They're in no hurry, as the clock is absolutely in their favor at this point in time. Looks like Chase will go up under center. 2 backs in backfield, Cutler and Gonzalez again. And they're going to just work that clock as best they can. Chase takes the handoff. He's going to hand it off to Gonzalez. Gonzalez really gained about a yard because the Diamondbacks read that well. They were looking for that middle run. That's what they tried, and probably only about a yard gain on that, and that'll probably be the last play of the quarter here, as I think the clock's just going to wind down. And that will be the end of the third quarter with 3 quarters of play under the belt. Here it's 34-0. The Century Diamondbacks not having very much fun as the Diggers lead them 34-0. We're going to fade away to our commercial sponsors. We'll be back in just a moment.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
I'm Connor from Idaho Falls. In high school, I started having trouble with my muscles. Playing football, kids half my size were pushing me around. My mom and I spent months traveling the country looking for answers. We finally got one right here at Ermac. I have a rare disease that causes my cells to lose energy. After 2 years of using a wheelchair, the therapists at Ermac taught me how to walk again. Now I can do the things that I enjoy and live the life I want. That's why I say, take me to Ermac.
At all our local Teton dealers.
Welcome back to Sugar High School, Sugar-Salem High School, as we're beginning to start the fourth quarter. So far, this game all Sugar, as they're at the 5-yard line in a 2nd and goal. Chase will come up under center. He'll take the snap. 2 backs in the backfield. They're going to give this one to Cutler. Cutler's going to try to hit that hole, and he doesn't get anywhere either, as Century plays that well. I think he might even lose a yard.
Yeah, great job from this defense. You know, we haven't said too much about this Century defense, but this has been the best defensive drive that they've had.
Yeah, this goal line stance has been good. They've had 2 power plays. I almost kind of want to see, do they bring Harris in just to say, okay, tired of playing around. I don't see him. I still see Cutler here. Is Gonzalez still there? Yeah, Gonzalez and Cutler still in the backfield. McAnally going out into the looks like the wideout spot. And Chase under center. We're going to get a timeout, I would think, by Sugar. Yep, timeout Sugar. So it gives us a chance to recognize some of our sponsors. Josh, I'll do a couple, you do a couple. How's that?
Okay.
All right, Taylor Chevrolet. Taylor Chevrolet is a proud supporter of Sugar-Salem Athletics. Taylor Chevrolet has been serving the Upper Valley for over 90 years with excellent service and stellar sales team. Taylor Chevrolet is the home of oil changes for life. That's right. Buy any new or used vehicle and never worry about your oil again. Taylor Chevrolet is your Southeast Idaho auto leader with a wide selection of Chevrolet and Cadillac models. Come in today. Get the vehicle you want with oil changes for life. Stop by their Rexford location or visit their website at www.taylorchev.com. Whew. Go see Taylor Chevrolet.
Yes.
Great GM dealer here.
Yeah, Primetime Auctions is a proud supporter of local high school athletics and wants to wish everyone a fun and safe season. Primetime Auction is the best place to bid online for anything you can think of: vehicles, equipment, estate, antiques, and even real estate.
Yeah, we're right in the real estate market. What they pay us for these broadcasts, we can afford nothing. All right, Sugar up under the center. They're going to fake the roll around, and I think Chase is going to try to take it in. He's not going to make it as he's brought down. Number 21, let's see, that's Caden Scott, brings Chase down. I think he saw a hole, and he didn't see Scott at all.
Yeah, he had a wide open receiver in the end zone.
Should have thrown it, because now he's setting up, what, are they at the 3rd, 3?
Yeah, I think they're going to kick a field goal here.
Yeah, they're sending in the kicking team, so you're right.
I think.
The first time they've been in the red zone, they haven't got into the end zone.
Yeah.
Are they kicking? Yeah, they are kicking. Okay, we had a kicker down here that was practicing, but they're gonna bring in. Is that Porter Tykert? It is. Tykert's gonna kick it. I don't think he's gonna get it.
That's good.
Oh, he did. He got the corner. He got it. So the field goal up and good for Sugar. The score now 37-0. Sugar-Salem over the Century Diamondbacks, and just 10 minutes left in this game. So Diamondbacks really needing to get some offensive prowess going. Not even prowess, some offense, period. Because they've just struggled to be expected with a very young, inexperienced team. But now they've got 3 quarters to play. They're not inexperienced anymore. They should be ready to play. And hopefully, in the middle of a game, as a player, you recognize that there's some things that maybe you didn't see in the first quarter, especially if your first game.
Yeah.
That by the 4th quarter, you're like, I know this guy's doing. I can move him, especially as a lineman. So it'd be interesting to see if the Diamondbacks will actually make those adjustments. I think they're going to send Jenkins and Gunter back into the. Oh no, it's Gunter and Rawlings back there now. Both of them have shown that they have the speed.
Oh yeah.
To be able to take the return. So I think they're doing everything they can to maximize field position on the return. And Sugar's just smiling, saying, "This is our house." I think they got to feel good. They're a 3A team, although a powerhouse in the 3A. Playing a 4A team, whenever you play up a division, you always feel good about making sure you win that game. Sugar tonight's got to feel like they've done a good job against a 4A team. Kick up and good. It's going to come down in the hands of Bentley Gunter. Gunter trying to hit that corner and run up the sidelines, and he does a good job, really. Makes it back to about the 33 when he should have come down at the 25. So well played by Gunter. He's done nothing but impress me so far tonight. Great job, Sugar, just playing it as they should at this point in time. It's their game to win and not make any mistakes and coast into a season opener win. And the Diamondbacks saying, we want to make sure it's not a shutout. So Crabtree out of the shotgun again, one back in the backfield. He makes a quick pass over to the left side of the field. Receiver makes the catch, and he's going to pick up the first down. That receiver, the first time we've seen him in action, Deshaun Clark. Great catch. I guess he doesn't pick up the first down. I thought he did. But he picks up 9 yards.
Yes. Yeah, Deshaun showing off the little skills in the open field.
Yeah, they should have been passing to him, looking off some of those other passes.
Is he a freshman?
I didn't even look. You know what? He's a sophomore.
Sophomore.
Yeah. But showing some great athleticism. It's nice to see. They're going to go with a long count now. The snap is off. Going to go the other side with a quick catch, and the catch is, or pass, and the catch is made. And they'll pick up about 3 yards, but enough for a first down. So maybe that's what they picked up. We can do some quick passes and eat up some yardage and move the ball. Move the markers. That's what you want. The chains move and give you a first down, and it'd be nice to see him in the red zone if we can. 9 minutes and 10 seconds and counting here to go in this game. The score 37-0 in favor of Sugar-Salem, and Century trying to get there. Crabtree in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off to his running back up the middle. I think that's Ethan Wilson taking that up the middle, if I'm not mistaken. Tough to see who's coming out of that huddle, but yeah, it is Ethan Wilson. Good gain, picked up 5 yards. That's a good carry for the Diamondbacks. Yeah. Well, Josh, what do you do if you're Coach Ryan Fleshman at this point?
Well, just do what they're doing right now. Just let the kids play, learn a little bit.
Wilson again with a carry. He busts the tackle, almost gets it to the down markers. That's a good carry. I like to see that. I see Wilson. I wonder where's he been all game? Ethan Wilson, he is a junior. Really the first action we're seeing of him, and two good carries.
He got a couple carries early.
Did he?
Very early in the game. But they've gone away from him.
Well, I tell you what, that running game just picked up the first down, and boy, that's a good way to open up your passing game. They're going to give it to Wilson again. He's going to be caught in the backfield for a loss of 2. Guess who makes the sack? Carson Harris.
Yeah.
He was there just about as quickly as Scott was. Loss of 2 on the play. Looks like they're going to bring in. They're going with the 3-man down now because they changed their defense, going with a 4-man front. That's why. Okay. Okay. 2nd and 12 for the Diamondbacks. 1 man in the backfield. Crabtree with the shotgun. He's going to take the snap. He's going to look to pass. Nope, no pass. He's just going to carry it. He doesn't get a lot of yards, but he will get positive yardage out of that as Carson Harris again trips him up. And I think they're going to give him, what, 3?
Yeah.
3.5,
yep,
maybe?
3.5, yep.
Crabtree, I think if he'd have taken off, he was kind of hesitant. Again, that pocket, he worries about that pocket just from the way he stutters in there. I think if he'd taken off, he'd have picked up a couple of extra steps, but who knows? Maybe that would have allowed Carson to hit him harder. Sets up 3rd and 7, short 7, as Crabtree will need to probably put it in the air on this to not set up a tough position. He does put it in the air. He's got a receiver, and it goes over his head into the out of bounds as Rawlings was there, and I think, there was the cornerback was playing right on him. He had to put it over his shoulder, and to put it over his shoulder, he put him out of bounds. Yeah. That's the only way to play that pass. And so it's going to set up now 4th and 7 with 6 minutes to go. Go for it.
Oh, absolutely. What's to lose, right?
I think you're right.
if Sugar has the opportunity, this is probably their last drive, for Century. So
very much could be, because Sugar gets it. They're just going to just hand off and eat the clock, and they can do that. 5 minutes of that. So they're going to send trips to the top, doubles to the bottom of the screen. Nobody in the backfield. Crabtree looking to pass. He does, but I think he's going to overthrow him. He does. Again, Rawlings is there. Double coverage, so you've got to make that on the spot. And he just powers it farther than Rawlings could keep up with the ball. So it'll be a turnover on downs, and Sugar will get the ball and the clock in their favor with 6 minutes and 18 seconds on the clock. And a 34-0 or 37-0 lead. So everything going Sugar's way tonight. Everything going frustrating tonight for the Diamondbacks. Kind of a surprise. I thought with this lead, with this series, that Sugar would bring in their backup quarterback just to get some action. Some experience. But I'm trying to look at the roster.
Well, you got to think, too, Chase is still super young, so this is experience for him.
Yeah, you might be right. And I really don't see another quarterback on the roster tonight, so maybe they don't have one active. Quick pass up the middle for the Diggs. Harris, interestingly enough, Harris only picked up about 2.5 yards on that carry. I think it's his shortest carry of the night.
I'm just keeping up with all the other games around town tonight, and here over in Madison, just down the street.
Just down the street, yeah.
Madison was leading 7-3 in the third quarter, but now Owyhee just scored to make it 10-7. So
that's exciting action.
That's a big game down there. Owyhee, they made it to
playoffs.
They made it to the playoffs last year, and Madison, they're.
I think, is that basketball or football?
And Hawaii's been so good in every sport.
For a brand new school, they've come out of the gate, well. And Sugar's going to keep their starters in the game as Chase under center, 2 backs in the backfield. And pitch out to McAnally. McAnally's going to get the cut, makes a good stutter step and kicks it forward. He'll pick up a gain of about 19 on the play.
Yeah, good job from McAnally.
That was impressive.
Just staying in bounds.
Well, not just that, but he stutter stepped and then cut back across the field because he didn't see a hole, which is the difference of probably only 4 or 5 yards. But you like seeing that in a ball carrier. He knows how to read the field and where to cut.
Yep.
As long as he doesn't get too fancy. All right, now 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the game. And again, like I said, Sugar just going to run this out and eat the clock up. So look for them to, they do. They give it to Cutler. Cutler's with him. He's got a blocker, and he's going to pull down 12 yards as he goes literally right up the back of his blocker. And I love it. Cutler got up, and the first thing he did, slapped the helmet of the guy he ran over. His teammate ran
literally
over.
Followed his blocker.
Yeah.
He had a hand on his back the whole time and just told him where to go.
Well, as a running back, you do that so that he knows you're there.
Yeah.
And that's the old give your life for your running back play. No matter what, you don't let anybody come in from your scope of vision to get that runner. So a first down again for Sugar. They're pushing the ball down heavy. Now 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go. The clock and the score well in their control. As they'll hand off again. Quick pass or quick give up the middle. Was that Gonzalez? Trying to see who that was.
That's a different runner.
Yeah, 23. Yep. First time we've seen him tonight, number 23, Jason Fleming. Jason getting some reps, and he'll pick up 3 yards on the carry. So he's into the scorebooks. You got to love that. Jason is a junior. That's called experience. First live action of the season. I think they'll spend the rest of the night with Chase under center and 2 backs in the backfield. I can't see him passing in any circumstance. They don't. They hand it off. Couldn't see who the runner was.
Number 10.
So Gonzalez.
Yep.
Yep, you're right. Man, you got good eyes, buddy. I'm trying to read a defensive player, right? I'm trying to read the play that's developing, so I'm looking at where the defensive coverage is, and I got to remember to come back on the ball. Gonzalez picks up about 5 on the play, so we're going to set up 3rd and 2.5 with just under 3 minutes to play now. Sugar kind of strolling because they don't want to hurry up the clock at all. I think they want to just kind of slowly take the ball down and score with, I don't know, less than a minute?
Yeah.
Less than 20 seconds? I don't know, something like that. Depending on the drives they get. 2 backs in the backfield. They're going to now pass. Interesting. Passes into the end zone, is knocked away by the defender. Great defense. Trying to see who that was. That's number 20, Adrian Gonzalez. Strong safety for the Diamondbacks. He played that well. He didn't let his guy who was in the end zone bring that pass in. Stops the clock, sets up a 4th down, 4th and 2.5 for the Diggers. Trying to see if they're going to bring Harris in to just power for those couple of yards, or if they're going to give some experience. Looks like they're going to give experience to somebody else. Under center, snap's going to come up. Oh, we're going to have motion, and they went with a long count. Wow, why didn't I think of that? Long count will give you 5 yards and the first down every time. As a quarterback, all you got to do, especially in the first game, is change your cadence of your voice a little bit and make sure your guys don't jump too. Two of the Diamondbacks get into the backfield. They'll move the yard markers, and that's going to set up the ball at probably the 13-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Diggers. Now 2 minutes and 32 seconds in the game to go. Josh, you got to be starting to think, who's our IdahoSports.com player of the game?
I don't know. There's a lot of options.
Oh, and we got a ball up the middle. Is that Gonzalez?
No, it's 23.
23. Oh, all right. That's Jason Fleming making some great yardages there. I think he picked up the first down at the 2. Yep. Fleming takes it down to the 2. 1st and goal from the 2 for the Diggers. Fleming picking up some great positive yardage here late in the game. And he's got to be happy about that.
Oh, yeah, he wanted that touchdown. I wonder if I think they're going to do the exact same play and give it to him.
Why not? He earned it.
Yeah.
Give it to him.
I think that's what they're going to do. Maybe to the opposite side this time.
Well, I like to see a guy who's worked hard. He has in this quarter. Let him get that in, and they're going to give it to the other back in the fake, and they're not going to pick it up. I didn't see that back. That's a new back, too. Kason Williams.
21?
Yeah. Kason Williams. Picks up a yard. Yeah, so we're now at the 1 yard. So maybe that was the offset. Kason Williams gets the ball. Now they give it back to, I can't remember, Jason Fleming. But, yeah, public address announcer Lance Taylor, one of our good friends, and a fellow broadcaster at IdahoSports.com. He's trying to get the crowd riled up to bring this home with 1:13 left on the clock and a chance to score one last time in the opening game of the season. They're going to give it to Fleming. Fleming's not going to – he is going to make it. He gets it in. Josh, there you go. Jason Fleming gets the touchdown that he deserved.
Oh, yeah.
And there's our firework. 1:02 to go. A 43-0 game for the Sugar-Salem Diggers in a shutout. Trying to think of a nice thing to say, because the Century Diamondbacks have certainly had moments that they've shown some great things. But overall, things just not going their way tonight.
No, not tonight, but there's been some positives to go from. This is just a really good Sugar team that they're going up against tonight.
And, it's tough because this Century team works in a 3-team division. So only one goes.
Yeah.
I think, in fact, even a half, isn't it? I can't remember how that goes. But tough to make it to the playoffs if you're not on top of the pile. All right. We have a different kicker, not Pedersen. Oh, kick is blocked as Porter Tykert there trying to make the extra point, and it gets blocked. So we're going to stay 43-0 with 1:02 left in the game. Sugar not only in control, but this game's all but over. Took a couple of snaps, and we'll be out of here, folks. So we'll fade away to some sponsors and be back in just a moment.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back to Sugar-Salem High School as we get down to the end of this game. 1:02 left, a 43-0 lead for the Diggers. Want to recognize one last of our advertising sponsors tonight. That's Harold Harris Construction. Since 1963, Harold Harris Construction has been a family-owned and operated construction business serving all of southeast Idaho and western Wyoming. Harold Harris Construction proudly supports Sugar-Salem Athletics and wishes the boys good luck tonight. Go Diggers. Harold Harris Construction, you got your wish. It's been all Diggers. And some great plays by the Harris boys.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Sugar kicks off. This Century one last shot to try and find some points. Looks like Gunter's going to get the ball. He's bringing it back. He'll get past the 30 just barely. Probably pick it at the 32-yard line. That'll take us down to 54 seconds. So do you let your quarterback just air it out, or do you just try to
We'll see
get
what
some
they
yards?
do. Yeah, we'll see what they get some yards, get some. And I think they actually might be going to a backup quarterback.
Oh. You're right. I don't see
a 6'7"
Crabtree
figure out there.
I was just trying to scan the sidelines to see if I see him quick.
It'd be different if he was a receiver, huh?
Yeah, but you're right. We've got a new quarterback out there, number 10. They don't have a 10, so it's got to be a different number. It's 20. Okay. Handoff goes forward. They're going to pick up 2 yards as, let me see who that is. Number 44 gets the handoff. That is Austin Turner. He picks up about 2 yards. Quarterback now, number 20, Adrian Gonzalez, who's been that strong safety. Getting some quarterback experience. Takes a high snap. He's going to keep it. He's going to run around the corner and takes a nice hit and falls forward. I think he'll pick up the first down, get a chance to stop the clock. So far they haven't.
Because it's over 40, so it's a running clock.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Forgot about that. Mercy rule. They didn't get the first down. They called him knee down, a yard short. So this will be the last play of the game. Gonzalez will take the snap. He's going to pass it out. Nothing there. That's the game, folks. He makes the pass out to Deshaun Clark, but Clark has nothing. And that does bring us to the end of the game, folks, as the Sugar-Salem Diggers have defeated the Century Diamondbacks. Final score 43-0. We'll fade away to some commercial sponsors and talk a little bit about our IdahoSports.com player of the game. We'll be back in just a moment.
Make the memories of this game last a lifetime. By downloading the digital game file of this contest, you can have your own personal copy of this game forever. These make great gifts for the student athletes involved. Just click the Order Now button for more details.
Yeah, I know a little something about myths. Like the myth that speeding isn't dangerous. Oh, and that myth you can tailgate at a safe distance. Or that you could safely weave in and out of traffic. Don't be fooled by myths. You'll get yourself into a hairy situation. Stay focused on the road. Be a legend like me. Have you heard the one about Charlie over at Pay Lake?
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
Later.
Hello?
That's it?
I was in an accident.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I had my seatbelt on.
Welcome back to Sugar-Salem High School as the game has ended with the Sugar-Salem Diggers pick up the win in what has been a wonderful outing, season opener if you're a Sugar-Salem Digger. And if you're a Century Diamondback, it's a great opportunity for you to find your holes, as not much going for them where they wanted it to be tonight. Thoughts, Josh, as we talk about this game before we look at the IdahoSports.com player of the game?
Yeah, no, for Sugar, this is one of those things that, they expected to win. Everyone knew coming in that this team is going to be incredible. They're going to come in, next week they're in the Rocky Mountain Rumble, so they're going to go against a good, Utah team at that point, but keep this momentum going. But yeah, Sugar came out and ready to play. For Century, this is a great learning experience for their young guys, and hopefully they will learn something and grow from this. This is first game of the season, and obviously they need to change some stuff up, and hopefully that Crabtree keeps his confidence up and keeps going forward and making progress.
I was impressed with Crabtree. I think some experience in that pocket, getting more comfortable in that pocket. Yeah. I think you'll see a different player in Crabtree by the end of the season than we just saw tonight.
Absolutely.
Just looking at these stats, impressive. Total net yards for the Sugar-Salem Diggers, 376 on 44 plays. And for the Diamondbacks, 48 plays, so 4 plays more and only got 127 yards total offense. Tough to win a game with 127 yards, Josh.
Yeah, it absolutely is. But, Sugar came here to do something, and they absolutely accomplished everything they needed to do.
They did, and if you're a coaching staff, that's what you talk about after the game, right? People who did their job and did it right. Just trying to look at these stats. We just got them as we went back onto the air, and some great thing. Carson Harris, he ran for 9 carries and 87 yards. Tate Cutler had 6 carries and 57 yards. Dawson McAnally, 6 carries and 34 yards. And James Chase, the quarterback, 4 carries and 63 yards. Some good offensive carries there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really got to look at that and say, I like it. I always like to look at the defense. You and I both like to do that. So go ahead, right there. All right. What we're really going to look at is Ryan Bingham had a very active first half, quiet in the second half, but I noticed he was on the sideline a lot. I don't know if he was maybe just winded, didn't want to play him out. I don't know. But he was 2 sacks, 2 tackles. Carson Harris had 4 tackles, no sacks. Dawson McAnally, 4 tackles.
It's an all-around great game for that defense.
I'm sitting here looking at, we're trying to call the IdahoSports.com player of the game, and you're like, I
mean, you got the obvious ones, right? You got Carson Harris, with his 90 yards and 2 touchdowns, and what he did on defense with his 4 tackles. But I think we both will agree, Carson Harris, he's going to get his name called a lot this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think we want to start off the season with giving a number 66 Ryan Bingham. The first half he had 2 sacks, 3 sacks, a blocked punt.
And really, what we're not taking into consideration, a momentum.
Yeah.
He really was the team leader with that defensive stance, and he was all over the field. You're right. I think we got to give it to him.
Yeah, I think we're going to give it to number 66, big Ryan Bingham.
Well, that's the kind of game that you love to see if you're a digger. And for the Diamondbacks, an opportunity to look at some game film and learn what to change about it. This has been an IdahoSports.com game stream production of East Idaho Game Night, presented by Teton Auto Group and Ermac Pediatrics. Additional coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valley-Wide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, your Toyota dealers, and the Idaho Transportation Department. Also made possible by our great power boosters and advertisers, Taylor Chevrolet, Harold Harris Construction, Primetime Auctions, as well as Teton Auto Group, Mountain View Event Center, Portneuf Health Partners, Pro Pete Fertilizer, Upper Valley Orthopedics, Pocock Trucking, Flam Funeral Home, Crapo Trucking, and Grand Peaks, the affordable quality health care, and Sun Glow of Idaho. Our gratitude to all of these sponsors for helping bring this coverage to you. And, of course, special thanks to Coach and AD Tyler Richens here at Sugar-Salem High School and his staff. They've been wonderful. Coach Ted Parkinson providing us with stats electronically. Don't get that always, and that's really a nice thing. We appreciate Coach Parkinson and all the others who've helped here and the hospitality of the entire Sugar-Salem High School. Congratulations again to our IdahoSports.com Player of the Game presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. Congratulations, Ryan Bingham. You get the nod for tonight's game. Thanks for joining us as the Sugar-Salem Diggers have defeated the Century Diamondbacks via final score 43-0. For my broadcast partner, Josh McAnally, and everyone else behind the scenes, and believe me, there's a lot behind the scenes helping make this happen here at IdahoSports.com. I'm Tim Belknap saying thanks for being with us for this football season. Join us again next week for the Rocky Mountain Rumble or any Friday night action. Check the IdahoSports.com website for the game that you want to see or two. And join us again here on IdahoSports.com.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams. This broadcast is copyrighted to IdahoSports.com. Any rebroadcast, retransmission, or